Yeah, it'll do.
You got your napkins or something.
What's up, everybody? It's Rob Morris from Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Head over to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Go to Vinewood Public Access and click subscribe on YouTube. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
You're watching Vinewood Public Access.
Davey. I'm Rob Morris, and this is the real Hove Beach in Broker, in the real Vice Cities. This is the real Los Santos. Hey, everybody relax, okay? Calm down. I can already feel your energy coming through the screen, and it's too much for me to handle. I'm not built like that. Calm down. It's going to be fine. We have a hell of a show. It's going to be good. You're here for all the right reasons. And if you find yourself aroused, don't get in the shower like Tordai wants you to. I want you to stay where you're at, okay? Stay hard out there. It's important. First and foremost, of course, we must give our love to our station moderators and financiers. Thank you very much to Blind Fury, Gambit Arcana, OK Newman, Spizike Spiegel, and Mrs. VPA. You know her, you love her. She's probably not here. Let's get into also our station financiers list. I have to keep checking this because, you know, it's really just a cavalcade of people who are trying to give me money on a regular basis, which is a real problem I'm trying to sort through in my personal life. Worst by far, Wild Wiles, Live Wiles, I think he's called now. Sour Wiles is what he was used to be called. Chase Haddon, Brandon Mitchell 85, Spizike Spiegel, all keeping the lights on over here. Thank you very much for your support, and all of our members at the Friend of Tommy's and Friend of Kevin level, we thank you as well. We could not do it without you. I am no longer employed in a conventional sense, so without your fine support and donations, Captain Glack and I would both have to go back to delivering groceries to people's houses, and that's not something we're interested in doing, so thank you for watching our content. We appreciate you tremendously. It is, of course, August, which means we must give some love to our VPA employee of the month for the month of August. Lamar, let him hear that shit.
What you mean, fuck this employee of the month shit, man? When there's some shit to be won, goddamn it, I want it. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm talking about? I take no prisoners. I go hard doing this shit. Big dog, big nuts. When names is on the motherfucking board, I want to see my name at the top of that motherfucking next to it. It needs to say, winner.
Thank you for your service.
Local Leonida man. He's local, he's Leonida, and he is man. Probably more than you can handle. So thank you very much for everything that you do, buddy. You are the real one. Today on the show, shall we get into it? I believe we shall. It is indeed time. This is not the first time that we've had the tremendously talented and absolutely unique Captain Glack on the show. There is a previous episode that you can go watch and listen to, which I don't even think is paywalled behind membership, because I decided to, you know, relax my corporate greed that lives within me and let you guys enjoy that. That first episode is just out there for you to have. So in that episode, you can go back and listen to a faceless but avatarishly handsome Captain Glack and I chat about a bit of his background, how he got started in YouTube, how that developed into the Most Overlooked Details series. You might be watching this episode today and being like, why is he not talking about that shit? Because that's what he talked about with the other creators. Because I already did, motherfucker. It's already there for you to enjoy. So just go enjoy it. The link for that is in the description below. But don't leave right now, because that's not live. This is live. We're talking to him right now for real, in person-ish. So don't go anywhere. We have some other topics on the agenda for today that I'm very excited to get into with this dude. And like most interviews I've ever done in my whole life, I did not prep him for this at all. And he's not prepared, because what fun is that shit? That's not real. We're here to be real with you. I'm not dicking around with some fake, let me give you some predetermined answer bullshit. This is not the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, okay? This is a far less consumed piece of media. So please, please, please give big W's in the chat and lots of love to the one and only Captain Glack is here with us, everybody. Here, wait. We don't have the live audience. Let me wait. Hold on. All right, now they
What's
can hear
going on? Oh, good. Fabulous. Hello. Rob, and everybody who's watching. Welcome. I am just want to point out straight out off the bat, the sun is right there. It's right outside my house. It's been there all day, and that's why I'm so shiny. And in fact, just as we were setting up, I got an emergency alert for wildfires. So everything's fine and very warm. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm doing great. I actually have to admit something to you. I sent that alert for the wildfires just to make you feel.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I wanted you to feel at home in San Andreas. So I made sure to create an environment where you feel at home with us.
Well, thank you very much. I feel like I'm right inside of GTA.
Yeah, well, you look like you're right inside of GTA in a overcast Liberty City.
I am currently on the floor at Liberty City. We've conveniently stopped time, as you can see by the car behind me. So we're not disturbing anyone. Everything's good.
I do like the idea that you put yourself sitting on the sidewalk at an intersection.
That's Trump Tower.
Oh, great. Donald Love Tower?
A Love Tower. Excuse me. Yes, thank you.
Of course. I've been to Love Tower before, but it was a different thing. Okay, so let's get into this, dude. All bullshit aside, I'm so excited to talk to you. I can't say it enough, and I always point it out because I can't not. Big fan. I don't, some of these jagoffs I have on this Friday show, they're just people.
Oh yeah, like Will.
Yeah, like some of them are robots.
God.
Some of them aren't even real people. And I don't respect all of them, but I do respect you.
I don't respect any of them. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 100%. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Glack is one of those creators that I was watching for a long time before I even started my YouTube journey, just because I was a fan of the way that he dove really deep into things. And he and I have talked before. Again, you can go listen to this previous episode about our love for the detail, lack of a better word, that goes into Rockstar Games. And not everybody really shares that. You'd be surprised the number of people that have made their full-time creator gig out of GTA, and then they say things like, oh yeah, who's OG Locke?
Oh yeah. OG Locke? Who? Who?
The OG.
Oh, that cracked me up. Both Will and Midnight Vice.
Right.
Cracked me up.
That's why I had them on the same episode.
It was the best time of my life.
I should call it the OG Locke episode.
That was the Locke experience.
Let's bring it into the modern day, because that game was from 2004, so no one wants to hear about that shit. We're too old. So with that being said, how are you feeling about August 27th, man?
Netflix. That was a surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, even for me.
But I was initially quite annoyed at it.
Okay.
I thought, okay, well, there's some kind of exclusivity here. I looked at it, didn't look too much into it. I just thought, oh, it's going to be like a week, or it's going to be a few days. But 6 hours. I mean, it's the same day. Plus, you're gonna have people who are able to get like breakdowns of that video out way before that 6 hours comes out.
Right, of course.
Right? And they're allowed to do that. They're allowed to post videos. So I really don't think it's that big of a deal. But I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, like 20, 30 minutes to GTA 6, whatever it is, I'm in. Right? If it's like the prologue from San Andreas, I'm in. Right? If it's gameplay, I'm really in. I'm good for anything. I mean, there's going to be so many details in whatever it is. And I'm just so looking forward to getting through it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. I was telling somebody recently, well, let's talk about this first. Let's talk about desires, and then we'll talk about this whole Netflix choice thing, because I'm very interested in your thoughts on that. So the fun part is, of course, I'm very excited for the idea that we're getting anything because of how long it's been. However, if we're having a more interesting conversation than that, I want my time, and this is not shared by most people, I don't think. Some people have said they agree with me on this, but most people are like, dude, what? Really? After all this time? Gameplay? I'm like, yeah, I'd like to see a little gameplay. That'd be great. let's say for the sake of this conversation, let's say it's 20 minutes long, because that's a number that's been floating around a lot. We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but let's just say it's 20 minutes for the sake of conversation. I'd be okay if of that 20 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes of it is gameplay sparse throughout. What I really want is a documentary. We're on Netflix. I want a behind the scenes. I want Sam Hauser an interview. I want to talk about Dan and Laszlo leaving and recovering from the lack of their creative input. I want to meet the people who have been living under a metaphorical rock working on this game. And full disclosure, I've talked about this on the channel. I know people in New York who have been working on this game for years who I can't tell you who they are or how I know them. They can't tell me anything about it. And the only reason I even know they are working on it is because they're like, I know kind of what they do for a living. And we were catching up and I was like, what have you been working on? And they're like, blah, 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 blah. Some stuff I can't really talk about. And my brain just figured it out. And I was like, is it this? And they were like, And I was like, so, okay, it is. Which is not their fault. They didn't break any rules. I just kind of cracked the code because you can only keep so many things a secret. But that's what I want. I want to kick the rock over, and I want to see all the little critters run out and tell me what the hell's been going on for 13 years.
Yeah. No, I would be totally down for exactly the same thing, because I've always, every time I speak about, I mention it, I think, in pretty much every one of the details videos, that these are prop designers and environment artists and interior artists and stuff like that are making all of the stuff that we're seeing in the video. These are people with making their own little jokes, with their own senses of humor, but that all links up to the Rockstar sense of humor. I want to see what they're doing every day. I want to see what the code monkeys are doing, who are just tapping away on their keyboard, coding the damn engine or whatever. I want to see what's going on behind the scenes. I'd really love to, and I think it would do Rockstar a ton of good in terms of PR.
What do you?
Which I think they kind of need.
I don't think they do.
I think more after the union thing.
Yes, in response to that,
they may need a little win there.
100%, you're right about that. And one thing that I just want to make abundantly clear, because I know I'm basically the full Hillary Clinton over here for Rockstar Games at this point. That's the accusations I get, which I'll take. I'm not even that mad about it. But that is one area where I cannot willfully just pretend like they didn't and have not managed that well. I'm a union member myself. I'm a card-carrying Writers Guild union member. I have been in union meetings, and I've talked about this at length in videos and live streams and stuff like that. I know what it's like to be on the side that the union folks are on, where you're saying this gigantic corporate company is raking in millions off of our hard work, and we, to make it simple, are not happy working here because of the way they manage us, period. No detail included. That is a problem. That is a problem that's not as simple as get over it, work harder. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You have to figure out a way to do this. But with that being said, it is tough because I've been involved in a number of institutions, both like kind of one of the colleges I went to is kind of like, top 5, like in the kind of college and all that. And they get a lot of flack for kind of being too hard on the students and pushing people a little too hard. I don't know if you've ever seen Whiplash, the drumming movie.
I have, yeah.
I went to a school like that. That movie is a film. That's a dramatic film that is pushing things to the most extreme. But I went to a school where there was a lot of nurturing energy, but there was also a lot of energy of like, well, do you want to be the best or not? Do you think it's easy to become the best at something? That's not easy.
Right.
Like it pushes you to your breaking point to become the best at something. And ask anybody who gets called the GOAT, whether it's, Michael Jordan or Eminem, like they're going to tell you it almost killed me to become this thing that you so admire. And I think that's one of the tough parts about Rockstar Games is they've always set out to be the GOAT. They want to be the best of all time. And they kind of achieve it pretty frequently, less frequently lately. But they do pull it off. And so I think it's just, man, that's a tough line to toe when you're going to set yourself up for making one of the best things of all time. I'm not saying it excuses mistreatment of workers. It fucking does not. But you're inviting a challenge, trying to keep people happy while you push them to make the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. And then you've got the many thousands of employees between many Rockstar studios that are just working on this one game. I want to know what's going on in all of those. I'd be interested to see that in like the documentary and stuff. But you know, getting back onto how they're treating workers and stuff. I mean, look, we know they've been having hard crunch, whether they want to report it or not. It's just been hard crunch all through GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, and now GTA 6.
And probably before that, they made Vice City in a year.
And probably before that too. They did. Yeah, it was originally going to be an expansion, and they thought, man, fuck it.
Yeah,
big game, and they made a big game.
Right. Absolutely, they did. I think that's one of the things, man, that it's, again, not to reiterate myself, but when you've set out to make things that are groundbreaking, that change and revolutionize the medium that you're working in, and you almost say, as a company, we're not going to put out anything that doesn't do that. You know, they're not making the Warriors anymore. They're not making Midnight Club. They put all their eggs into the basket of, if we release something, it will be the greatest thing ever. And damn, dude, you don't like, look at every other video game company. You don't have to have that attitude when you make games. There's a lot of ways to make games, but they set out to do that. And it's going to be a possibly unmanageable situation. But I hope for the workers' sake that they figure out something on the back end of this whole court case that makes them happy. Rockstar aside, I'm not worried about Rockstar managing to make great games. They've always done that. They'll continue to do that. I have faith. But I hope that their people who have put in their hours and their blood, sweat, and tears to make these incredible things walk away feeling as whole as they can. Like, I really do, because I want to honor their hard work, and I appreciate everything that they've done. And I can't imagine what it's like trying to run a company like that and make games like this. It's beyond my comprehension. And I've worked closer to stuff like this than a lot of other people, and I still can't. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in a business like this. And especially when you've got so many studios working on the same game, it's going to get really tough. And deadlines that are not going to be met sometimes, you know, in a lot of these places. But, you know, I'll say this about Rockstar. They don't fire people just to save money. That's not something that I've heard of Rockstar doing. Unlike many other companies around right now, like EA. That was a big thing recently. Many other companies do this all the time. Even the big ones, you know, Sony, Xbox, they'll do it.
Yep.
Just to make a little more money, get the bonuses to the CEOs. You know, that's and the shareholders.
Well, that and and I think it's both things, dude. I think there is, you know, there's buybacks and there is an effort to just pad bonuses for people who are already doing well. That happens. I'm not going to argue that at all. But I also think, and if you look at Xbox as a great example of this, sometimes it's just bad business management, man. They hired
Xbox
too many people. It's not, they didn't just...
Xbox is a weird case.
Yeah, but
because they went and they bought so many studios, they did basically nothing with them.
But that's my point, dude, is like there are times when they fire a bunch of people so that a dude can buy a yacht. That happens. But I think what actually happens more frequently and is not given enough kind of fair shake is like they just screwed up. They sat in a boardroom meeting and big people at the top said, okay, we want to grow our business. This is a business. This is not a charity. We make entertainment. We want to make money and we want to make things. What is our strategy on this? And some companies like Xbox go, let's spend on more employees, growth, bet on the growth of our player base, bet on the expansion of our IPs, and that will bring all that money back. We'll make it all back. They went to the blackjack table and put all their money on these hands that they played. And man, I don't even know enough to judge them. It didn't work. Maybe they thought it would, and they had all the research and information to believe that that would be a good bet. It's hard to spend millions of dollars on a bet that was that poorly informed, but it didn't work out. And then as a result, they find themselves underwater and they are left with no choice but to cut cost, which unfortunately is not just resources, it's people, especially in gaming. Because video games are not made with raw materials. We're not selling a bunch of wood that we bought. We hired people.
Yeah.
And we bought companies. Like, this is people's livelihood that we have to then cut on the back end to make our money back. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, man, that's business. Is like, you try something, you invest, the investment doesn't pay off, and a bunch of people suffer for it. What really sucks is that at the end of the day, it's working class people who end up paying the price for that bad investment rather than people at the top. And I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know that that's always. I don't know if that's always avoidable. It sucks. I hate that part of the system.
No,
but how else do you structure it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, another example of a company that just went wild is Embracer Group, who bought a bunch of companies. They bought a bunch of IP. They bought too much.
Right.
They weren't making any money back, and they had a lot of notes on the games that they were making.
Right.
Saints Row, the remake, being one of them.
Right.
They wanted that game to be a direct sequel with all of the old characters back. They wanted it to be this, that, and the other. Embracer Group said, no, you gotta have, like, cool, young, hip people, right? Who are really politically correct and don't say anything nasty. That's so that was just bad business. That was
100%.
bad business all the way. And I mean, it really sucks that Volition got closed down. There's a lot of other companies got closed down as well. That was awful. But that was Embracer just being reckless. And I think Xbox has been kind of reckless too.
I agree. And I think the bloat within the middle management that we heard about when Asha Sharma fired all those people, and we're like, there's 15
absolutely.
managers on each of these projects. It's too many people. This is, to bring it back to our point, not seemingly a mistake that Rockstar makes. They have the crunch problem. Yeah. They push the people they have too far, clearly, and that continues to be an issue. But what they don't do is hire another 5,000 people, then go, oh shit, we have to delay the game. All right, 3,000 of those people are now fired from the game. That's just not a business mistake they're making over there. And I mean, credit where credit's due. The stuff that Strauss Zelnick comes out and says about how Take-Two manages their own company seems to be a similar attitude of Rockstar. Believe it if you want as corporate speak, but it does seem to be factually true, which is we actually really invest in talent. We want people who we think actually know how to make good decisions, how to make good games, how to make good creative choices, and we just kind of get out of their way and let them make something good. And then we don't have to fucking fire them in 2 years when we're like, why the fuck did you do that?
It does seem to me that anybody who works at Rockstar now seems to have, unless they try to start a union, a job for life.
Right.
As long as they want it. That seems to, there are people working there now, admittedly a lot less than there were, say, 5-10 years ago.
Right.
That worked on a lot of the old games.
Yeah.
Those are the people that you want still there, the people that know. They know intrinsically what GTA is, what Red Dead is. And those are the people that you want around. That's why the games are so good.
But it's not for everybody.
I mean, it's not for everybody, and there are going to be people who leave because they can't do the time, and that is fair.
I think that
really fair.
Yeah, 100%. And I was just talking to my wife about this because she works on The Pit, which is the HBO like hospital show. And we just had a conversation about production life. And, you know, she works on set with hundreds of other people who are making this TV show. And you get a bunch of different kinds of people that sign up to do this job. That's not easy. This is not a 9 to 5. This is a 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. sometimes, a lot of times, 5 days a week show. If you're single and you live by yourself and you have no kids and you have no job, so you have no pets, and you just, you know, living your life on your own, doing your own thing. And if you enjoy the job and it's fun for you to be on a TV set all day, even if you're not on camera very often or at all, but you just like making the thing and you like being around people, man, you're perfect. If any of the things I just said are the opposite for you, it's a tough job to have. And there are people who work there who do have kids, who do have pets, who do have spouses, who do have a life. And to be gone 60 to 70, 80 hours a week working on anything away from that life is a tall order. And how long? And it changes, you know, like you said, some of these people have worked there on almost all of the games. Well, that means that they've had this job for 25 plus years. That's a long time. Like, that's time to get married, have kids, have animals, have a life, build something. And we've heard people responding to this environment and saying, you know what, I got to bail because I got to go take care of my kids. I'm not going to miss out on my kids' life. It's not for everybody to do.
A lot of these people already have had kids and have gotten married and have made animals. You know, they've done a lot of this stuff, man. You know, they've been working on games pretty much non-stop for the past however many years.
Right.
I want to say 20. That seems about right. But they've been just going non-stop, game to game to game to game. And, you know, I wouldn't blame anyone for wanting to get out of that. I really do hope, because I don't know how much they get paid, but I hope they are paid well. Really, really well.
Me too.
It's a shame that we don't have the work from home thing anymore. Somebody had to ruin it. Namely, somebody's son had to ruin it, I believe. But
yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I worked on a TV show for 5 years and worked from home almost the entire time, and I directed it. Like, I was able to direct the TV show from my desk. The idea that you can't work on video games from home, I don't know enough about video game development, but it just seems as though you would be able to do most of that not at the office.
Yeah, because it's mostly just like you got a powerful enough computer at home.
Computer and internet, and you're making a video game. What are we doing on paper with each other in person?
Yeah, I mean, and Rockstar has secure servers that the people can connect to, and
now
they were doing all that before. Oh, well, now they're even more secure. Now they've got guns in the vault. You know,
100%.
They send out the SWAT team.
Yeah.
So, you know,
that's a episode. Okay, so two things then. Some people have. There's been rumors that this is going to be the first of several episodes in this Netflix thing. There's some people who think it's not just one drop on the 27th, but then maybe a couple weeks or a month later, we get another episode of this Netflix extended look series. What do you think about that?
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of... I don't think it's going to happen if it's coming out 6 hours later on YouTube, but it would be pretty neat.
But they could just rinse and repeat. They could do another episode a month later that's exclusive for 6 hours and then goes to YouTube.
I mean, I'll be okay with it.
What makes you think it's not going to happen?
Very much okay with it. I just don't think that's... It would be amazing if, say, they had a Netflix thing go for the next couple of months or whatever. That would be pretty good. And then they have like the big super marketing storm a couple weeks before the game. Dude, that would be so good. Can you imagine? There'll be gameplay. You'd have a little bit of story, a little bit of character bios. You'd have behind the scenes. All of that would be really, really great. And if that's true, fucking sign me up. You know what I mean? I'm right there. I'm there for it. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think Netflix has that much money.
Maybe they bought the whole series ahead of time, and that's what it was. Like this whole
Can you imagine?
partnership.
They probably shopped that around after somebody got interested. You know, I imagine that was passed around a few times.
I think the
That's a
benefit.
lot of money.
Yeah, I think the benefit of Netflix over the other streaming platforms is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Netflix is the most global. Like
That makes sense.
I think Netflix.
Plus, it was the first.
Yeah, that's part of why. It's kind of like Facebook.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
the Western world of like the UK and America, we're kind of like, a lot of people are like over Facebook. And they're like, who's on Facebook anymore? It's like, China's on Facebook. Africa is on Facebook. Like Asia is on Facebook.
Mm.
And they're still crushing those markets. And I think Netflix is the same thing, where it's like a lot of people in America are like, Netflix? I might have HBO, or I might have Peacock, or I might have Disney. Or I have a couple of smaller, less expensive ones, but I don't have Netflix anymore. Guess who does?
Yeah.
Like Europe. And it's very, very popular globally. I think that's part of why they picked that service.
Everybody I know has Netflix. Everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody's going to be watching it. I guarantee you this. Because my dad's a gamer. My dad loves Grand Theft Auto. Hasn't really played them since 4. He doesn't like the new engine. He doesn't like Rage for some reason. Either way, he watched one of the GTA 6 trailers probably a couple of months ago. I can't tell you which one. This will pop up on his Netflix, and he'll probably watch it.
Right.
I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah.
And my dad's like 55.
Sure.
So, you know, there's going to be so many people who have played GTA games before. Older people. I don't want to say old, but older, like yourself. What? You're 50, right?
Yeah. In this
Right.
last month.
So, exactly, yeah, 50 years old. What an old man.
Thank you.
A lot of people are going to be watching this, so there's going to be a lot of eyes on it from people who you wouldn't expect. I mean, a lot of people on the internet are moaning now that I don't have a Netflix subscription. I'm 22,
Right.
and I'm on the internet all the time. I want to watch it on YouTube. But there's going to be a lot of people that this thing is going to reach.
Yeah, I think that's
so I'm really looking forward to it.
that's part of the argument that I kind of regularly make, and at this point I'm kind of tired of making it, so I'm going to shut the hell up about it for the most part. But when it first started really coming out, I've tried to make the argument to people. I'm like, dude, you got to understand that, like,
Yeah.
super fans of anything. I'm not just talking about video games. I'm not just talking about GTA. And I know this because I've worked on franchises that have crazy fans that are just like thousands, maybe even millions of people who are like obsessed with this thing. And I'm talking about like reality TV shows and film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I could tell you, if you're watching me now, please hear me say this. The people in the boardroom who are trying to make the most money from the entertainment product that they made, that this is a business. They are, of course, trying to make money. They are not trying to make this for you. You are not the person that they think of when they conceive how to make it, who to make it for, and how to sell it. They gotcha. They know that. They already gotcha. They don't need the Marvel guy who hosts a Marvel YouTube channel to buy a ticket to Doomsday. He's going to. And that's not, it wouldn't be good business to spend all this time like investing in trying to show another ad to that guy. You already got him. That's just, it doesn't make financial sense to invest anything in selling a product to someone who already told you very clearly that they're going to buy it no matter what. What you do with all of that money that you have sitting in the bank to try to sell the product so that you can make that money back is you invest that in people who are on the fence. When you run for an election, you don't spend all your time catering to the party who's already going to vote for you. You try to get the people in the middle who haven't made up their minds yet. That's what this Netflix thing is about. It's about all the people who don't know this game exists anymore, who don't think it's ever coming out, who played GTA 4 or 5 and haven't thought about Grand Theft Auto in over a decade. That's what this is about. And so all the people on Twitter or X whatever, or YouTube, and all these people who are pissed and they feel wronged and like this is so unfair. It's like, yeah, they don't even care that you feel that way. They know you're buying it anyway.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of people who are not really that into GTA, but would play it. If it comes out, they would play it. Like, is that still coming out? Isn't that like 2027, 2028 or something like that? They don't know. They don't get it. They're not following it. They don't see the trailers when they pop up once every 2 years. Don't see it.
You've seen me go out on the streets of America and ask random people,
exactly,
what do you think about GTA? And they're like, what, that game from 13 years ago? I'm like, no, the new one. They're like, oh, that's not real. I'm like, no, it is.
Exactly.
It's coming out. And they're like, no, it's not. Like, they think it's a joke that I think the game is going to release at all.
Exactly. There are people who don't even know that there's a new one coming out.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many people that this game still could reach. And Take-Two knows that. They've done their research, and it's gonna. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Especially since they saved it this long. They've saved it. It's so close to the game's release now.
Right.
It's going to be nice and quick. Everybody's going to see it. It's going to come out.
I made the same comparison to when we had our last presidential election and Joe Biden was running all the way up until like 100 days before the election, and then he quit, and then Kamala Harris was like, I'll do it. But what we learned in that process is that what is normally like a 2-3 year election, basically in America, leading up to the actual day of casting ballots, we don't need to do that. 100 days is plenty of time to tell everybody what's up, who's running, what do you got to say, and then make a choice.
Exactly.
And I think it's going to be the same thing for this game. As much as people are pissed about how little we've gotten in the last year, the 100 days, which we're in now, before the game comes out, is plenty of time to sell it to everybody. And they kind of...
Absolutely.
They kind of overstepped by trying to even talk about it in the last couple of years, because both times they were like, oh, shit, we're actually not ready. Maybe we shouldn't have brought that up at all.
Yeah. I feel like, personally, Trailer 1 should have come out when Trailer 2 did. But of course, that was all because of the big leak,
right? At
least in my opinion.
I think you're right.
That pushed everything forward.
Yeah.
Trailer, compared to Trailer 2, it looks old.
Yeah.
Well, older. So Trailer 1 should have come out when Trailer 2 did. Trailer 2 should have come out, I don't know, dude,
in the fall,
not long ago from now.
Yeah.
That would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we could have ramped up to this. It would have been great.
Yeah, I think
that would have been Rockstar's probably #1 plan.
Yeah, I think that's what they would have done if they had known what they were getting into and where they were at with stuff. But again, man, they're not going to release it until it's great. They just aren't. They're not going to get themselves...
I don't want them to.
Neither do I.
That's fine.
Neither do I. Okay. Couple of questions for you that are still GTA related, and then I want to kind of talk general gaming stuff. I asked Sav this on last week's show, and I'm curious what your answer would be. You get a call on Monday morning, and they're like, "Oh, Glack," they'll call you. They'll say, "Dude, we love your content. You clearly..." This is Rockstar Games, by the way, on the phone.
Of course.
We've been watching your Overlooked Details. We think you just understand and appreciate our world better than so many other people out there. We love your work. What a voice. Holy shit. Would you be interested in coming to work for us, since, you know, you're just one island over in the old, in fact, we got a London office if you'd like to come work there. We got,
That's right.
We got a position for you. It's about, it could be between $150,000, $250,000 a year. But we're going to go ahead and translate that to your currency. But you, you got to give up this YouTube thing altogether. Like you actually have to, like, I don't want to say delete your channel, but you're going to need to like unlist the whole fucking thing. And Captain Glack is going to go away. And you're just going to be a guy who works at our company. You got to sign the NDA. Can't talk to your friends and stuff like that about it. But you're going to get to make the game to some degree. We're going to get you involved in the creative process, and we're going to pay you handsomely for it. But you got to give up the whole Captain Glack content creator thing that you've worked on. Taking that deal?
I don't know. I love what I do now, you know. The only thing I'll say this.
We're going to let you work
take
from home, asshole. What about that?
Well, that helps. That changes things. But no, I wouldn't take it. But there's one thing that would tempt me, and that's making the overlooked details that I love so much. I would love to do that. You know, I'd love to make the posters. I'd love to do the all of the advertisements on like billboards and stuff like that. I want to do it all. I'd really love that.
That would be like Laszlo's old team. That's what they did.
I would love that. Are you kidding?
Yeah?
That would be like #1 top tier. If I was in charge of it, I'd take the deal.
Okay. If they're like,
if I was the top guy,
we'll give you full creative control over the billboards, the TV shows, the posters,
all of the props.
Yep.
I want everything. Right.
That's a big job. Okay, well now we got to pay you $300,000 a year because that's one of the biggest jobs.
That's right. I need a raise for this.
I mean, you would have to. That's a crazy amount of responsibility.
I know the series very well. I think I'm worth it. You know.
Yes, you do. Well, I tell you what.
Plus, I could do the voiceover for the next trailer.
So. That's a great idea.
For free.
Yeah. No, it would be for free. You'd work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounds like a very corporate thing to be like, we already have you on salary, man. We're gonna make you do this voiceover for you're not getting extra money. Trust me, that's how it works. I've done that stuff at companies that I worked at. I've been on a show once, and this chick was getting I was like a PA. I wasn't even I wasn't even a producer yet. I was a PA on a show, and this chick was doing a vow renewal as part of her scene on the show. It was like she had had a whole story arc, and the finale of her moment was she was going to do a vow renewal with her husband. But they wanted to have, and I think it ended up being a legal issue, they wanted to have an ordained minister do the vow renewal. But they didn't think about it. They forgot about it, and it got very close, like the day before shooting. And they're like, the producers are like, "Oh man, we didn't get a minister, and we need one who's ordained." And they turned to me, a production assistant, and they were like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "What do I think about what?" And they're like, "What do you think? You go on the internet, get ordained today. In 24 hours, you'll be a minister, and then you'll be on camera and marry them." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm still ordained, man. So if you end up tying the knot, let me know. I'm happy to take care of it for you."
Yeah, I'll come right over.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. And ask me if I got paid extra on top of my PA rate to do that.
I bet you fucking didn't, did you?
0% extra money. And not only that, as soon as we wrapped that scene, they were like, "Get back to work and pick up the lights, bitch."
Incredible.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry."
That's timeless.
That's my
you could technically marry someone right now.
Yeah. And you're a captain, so you probably can too if you actually have a boat.
Only on my ship,
right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you can actually ship people.
I'm gonna get a ship.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Of course.
One of these days, I'll get myself a boat. It'll probably be a little one, tiny little one,
little dinghy.
I'll get that. Oh yeah. Get a little dinghy. I can marry a couple on my tiny dinghy. Mm.
And you've already got your towel.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If anybody falls in, we're good.
I'm fascinated by that. So, okay, you'd have to get the greatest deal in the history of offers, but you would do it. I got you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you. I got some like gaming questions that I'm curious about. Do you think
Sure.
games are becoming too safe creatively? Do you think people are still taking risks in like game design and writing? Because I think that's part of the whole like, will GTA 6 be woke thing, which is a stupid question. But like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make this a broader question, which is like, is that something that you worry about as you engage with video games?
I find that the more video games that I play that come out now, specifically more of the ones from the bigger studios, there's a lot of stuff that kind of blends together. There's a lot of stuff, be it characters or character archetypes that just keep getting repeated or something. I'm bored of seeing these people,
Right.
frankly.
Right. What do you want to see
There's
instead?
always those. Here's the thing. I look at a game like if we move it back to like GTA 4, right? All of the characters in that game serve the story perfectly, and they weren't trying to really do anything.
Right. They didn't
Although
have
they
like,
were trying to say some things about some of these people.
right. Of course.
A lot of the newer stuff, and look, I am not an anti-woke kind of guy.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I enjoy seeing a lot of. Anyway.
Okay.
Some of it is just so forced.
Okay.
And not in like a forced, not like forced diversity, but there's so much dialogue these days that is very forced.
Mm.
And it's that's something that I hate in modern video games.
What
frankly,
makes
is
it
the writing.
What makes it feel forced to you?
There's a lot of this is how I feel, kind of writing. I am so mad kind of writing, like instead of
In the screenwriting business, we would call it bad.
bad, just bad.
Well, and
like
to your point, I think you're right, and I think what you're touching on is something that is kind of
it's something that I can't really explain.
I
Clearly.
got you, and I think I can help a little bit to articulate that, because that's sort of screenwriting 101, which is the better characters show you who they are through what they do, not what they say. And
yeah, there's a lot of telling in a lot of modern games.
it's kind of like when you're studying acting, they tell you, don't show us how you feel, do it. Like, don't show us how angry you are. Your task in the scene is to make dinner. Make dinner and be angry, and we'll see it. You don't need to show us your anger. You don't need to tell us you're angry, because that's also not how people act, and that's why it feels forced. We don't generally, unless we're on social media or unless we're, performing in some way in, content or whatever. In our day-to-day lives, as we interact with people, you don't walk into a room and go, I'm angry. You're like, okay. Like, what would you want any of us to do about that? Instead, you see your friend making dinner and he looks pissed, and you're like, you okay? That's like a real scene that's how people act. And I think when you get away from that in writing, that's when it feels forced. That's when it feels fake, because you're like, no person I've ever met has been like, hey man, I support women. And it's like, okay, well, if you're saying that, it's probably ironic. And if you're saying that sincerely, no one's ever said that sincerely. They just support women in their behaviors and choices. They don't need to tell you. And if they're telling you, they're probably lying.
There's a certain thing with modern writing, I think, that gets me, and I'll use Star Trek as an example.
Great.
I love all of the 90s Star Trek, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine and Voyager. I enjoyed the newer ones less. I like
The
them because
like
they're
Chris
Star Trek,
Pine
but-
movies and shit.
Yeah, the movies are good. I like the movies, to be honest. I thought they were okay. The second one, not so much, with Benedict Cumberbatch. Not super great. Wrath of Khan was better with Bill Shatner and those guys.
Man, Wrath of Khan is one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made.
I love Wrath of Khan.
It's
I've
so
got it on
good.
Blu-ray. It's one of
It's,
the
like,
only
perfect.
movies I've got on Blu-ray because I need to watch that all the time. But like the newer shows have they have a different way of speaking. They speak more like, I want to say, teenagers. I don't know why I'm doing this. We're not teenagers.
You know, like
They
us,
have like teenagers
kids.
speak. They like kids, the youngins.
Yeah.
Us, of
Yes.
course.
You and
right?
I.
But they do that. They'll see something and they'll like kind of go, cool, underneath their breath, and I'm like, it's not that you're on a Starfleet ship, sir or ma'am, or other thing. Please act like it. Give me some eyes, sir. You know, it's just, yeah, cool.
Right.
You know, awesome. I don't think anybody in the 90s shows said awesome.
No.
Because it's just kind of like a modern word.
Right.
You know what I mean? It needs to be timeless. A lot of games do that now, where it doesn't need to be there. And in fact, it kind of ruins the experience when they kind of, like you're in a fantasy setting.
Right.
And everybody's saying, super cool, awesome. I'm not really into that, you know?
No, I agree
It
with
just
you.
takes me out of it, really. That's the kind of stuff that really annoys me in modern games. But I think the original question was, is there anybody taking any risks
Right.
in video games now, something like that? I don't see a lot of it, personally.
You know, it was a pretty risky game that worked out pretty good that we both like.
What's
Schedule
that?
1.
Oh, Schedule 1. Look, I was just about to get onto this sort of stuff.
Get onto it.
Right. The big gaming companies are all making the same game, essentially, over and over again. The indie games are where it's at, let me tell you. And on PC, you obviously get a lot more of that. On Xbox, you get a lot more of that as well, because they do
True.
the game preview.
Right.
Sony isn't really into that kind of stuff, so you don't really get it. But all of those games are all really fun, and they have a lot more thought put into them because they can just kind of do whatever they want. They don't have
Right.
anybody looking over their shoulder. I think it's Coal-powered games who make Schedule 1.
It's one dude.
And it was originally just one dude. They recently bought an office,
right. Right. I
and
did
now
hear
it's
that.
like 2 or 3 dudes.
Right.
And it's just fantastic. And that game is wonderful. It's very deep. They've got a lot of thought put into it, and they're still updating it all the time. There's always updates coming out for
The
that
other
thing.
one that rings
and it's
in
just
my
really good.
that rings in my head that stole hours of my life as well. That's just like that is Stardew Valley.
Oh, Stardew Valley. Yeah, no, I played that with my friend Taylor.
Incredible.
Absolutely wonderful. I love, did all of the community center, got to the desert bit.
Yeah.
We were doing all of it. Went through all the levels of the mine. I was the fisherman. I
Also
love fishing in that game.
conceived,
I like to fish.
illustrated, and all of that shit in its beginning stage, and for a while by one person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this
just
is-
incredible stuff.
I think that is one of the things that we're learning, and one of the things that I always point out is, first of all, this is an age-old tale in entertainment and kind of business as well in a broad sense, but like, just because you have more money and more people doesn't mean you're going to make a better thing. It's just a classic
true.
mistake that a lot of people make of the more we invest, the more we'll get back. And it's, man, I hate to say it, but that's not how it's going to work. That being said, I think Rockstar Games is a good example of what happens when you do have a lot of those resources. You do have a lot of the right people, but you just go, hey, we're not going to bloat. We're not just going to throw more and more and more and more and more money at this thing. We're going to take our time. We're going to deliberately make something that is good, that we think is good, that we like, and we're proud of, or we wouldn't put it out there. And that's why it's another reason why I end up being the shill, but it's like, I believe in them based on their resume and their track record when it comes to a few different things. One of them being that they don't slack on quality. Another thing being that we watched for years people try to take down the game culturally, including Hillary Clinton, ironically, who I just kind of jokingly mentioned, including, you know, Jack Thompson. Like, all these people were like, if we had our way in this culture war, we would shut this company down. What you guys are up to over there is a menace to society. Also, you keep referencing menace to society, which we don't like. Get out of here with that shit. And they failed, and they continued to be who they are throughout all of that. And they almost, in the classic, like, we're rock stars attitude, we're like, ha, 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 yeah, you like that shit? Go fuck yourself. We're going to keep doing this. How do you like Yusuf Amir, bitch? Like, they never, they never stopped. They never, like...
He's my favorite character.
Yeah, he's a lot of people's favorite character. And he came back in online and was like, they don't let you say anything anymore. And you're like, yeah, you're still you. You've never stopped being you. But you're you from 2009 if he still existed in 2025. You're the same dude. That you would have to stop saying the N-word at some point, or you're no longer going to get anywhere in this world. That's how language has evolved. That's how culture has evolved. And I think that's what you'll see in GTA 6 is you'll see characters weathering the cultural storm of what it means to be a piece of shit today, because that's always been what the series is. It's like, these people are kind of the worst, and they're dealing with the environment that they're in a cartoonish way. I mean, the idea that they would stray from that and, like you said, force the dialogue or force some sort of identity agenda or force anything, I'm not worried about that, not 1%. I mean, I would imagine you agree with that.
Oh, no, absolutely. I don't worry about it in a lot of games, really. There's a lot of stuff that is just, like, inherently feminist or inherently, you know, supportive of any kind of thing.
Right.
I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of them.
Yeah.
You know, it was just, they had fantastic characters in that game. I was gagging for a Sadie DLC because I just want more of her. I think she's wonderful.
Yes.
You know,
the best female character they've ever written.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But all the women in that game were different, and they had their own personalities, and they weren't kind of, I guess, pigeonhole stereotypes of anything. They were wonderful. And you know what? They were just wonderful characters.
I have a theory about that in the GTA universe and why it's different from Red Dead in that regard. So first of all, you're totally right, because even Red Dead 1 gave us Bonnie McFarlane and Abigail Marston.
Oh, yeah.
Who are great characters, well-written, deeply considered female characters. And then you look at, like, GTA 5, which was after Red Dead 1, and you're like, Tracy, Amanda, these other... And the reason is, I'm actually working on a video about this right now, because I, like you, and we were talking about this, I think, before the stream, I'm like, kind of pulled back a little bit because I'm really working on a bunch of different content that I want to be able to put out and record en masse. But one of the videos that I'm working on is why GTA 5 is loaded with shallow fake people, and that's not a writing mistake. It's intentional.
No.
Because it's about Los Angeles. The whole fucking point.
They mention all the time on the radio, on the TV, how empty and vapid everyone in this town is.
Vapid is one of the car manufacturers.
That's true. That's true.
That's the whole point.
And they all drive Vapids.
Yeah, yeah. It's fake and it's intentional. And I think that's one of the things that we are going to see, which I'm very excited about. That's one of the things I think is interesting about Lucia, is that they have taken... I actually haven't talked about this very much, and maybe this is its own video. The fact that they're taking a woman from Liberty City, from New York, where I'm going to say this with all the love in my heart, bitches are real. They are real as the dirt on the ground, and taking her down to Miami, where ladies are stereotyped as these, like, more closer to LA, vapid, fake, gold diggers, like willing to be with these manosphere dudes. Like that's the center of it is Miami. And so watching her walk around in a town where she struggles to relate to other women, where she's like, why are you all you bitches are fake as shit. Why are you like this? Like, and Jason having to be like, I mean, this is Miami. Like, this is Vice City. What did you expect? It's not Liberty down here, girl. And I think that is something that we're going to deal with for the whole story, which is going to be, I'm so excited about that. And a great choice by them.
It's fan. Well, the best thing you can do with, I think, with the protagonist is make him a fish out of water in some way.
Yes.
You get that pretty much 3 times over in GTA 5, which is great. You've got Franklin moving up and getting richer and getting out of that place. You've got Trevor coming to Los Santos, and you've got Michael doing Michael things. He's back in, but he's also old and he has his family.
He's trying to act like a normal dude who's not a criminal.
Yeah.
Retirement is his
water.
water.
His family, and he can't help it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. They're all fish. It's the best thing that you could possibly do in that situation. I think. So it's going to be Lucia from Liberty City. I'm thinking maybe Jason has only recently got out of the military. That might be something.
Yeah.
Not quite sure about that. That's just speculation. But it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing like the different, because it's going to be a whole other perspective playing as a woman, and that's going to be great. They're going to be able to do stuff they haven't done before, and say things they haven't said before. And
it will satiate that Sadie Adler thing we never got of finally getting to like third-person camera behind this like badass chick who's just not taking it. I've told people the thing that I'm most excited about that I can almost guarantee is going to be a new element of GTA that will distract me. I'll probably make a compilation video of this. One of the things that we've never really had is catcalling at our protagonist.
That's true.
We've walked down the street, and for a long time, the NPC dialogue, even in like all the way up to GTA 5, it's not really directed at us for the most part. They're talking on phones. Yeah. They're yelling at each other. Maybe if you almost hit a guy with your car, he'll be like, hey, watch it, whatever. But even then, it's not really like they're trying to instigate. Red Dead 2 is when they first started to be like, hey, you asshole. And you're like, he's like, what's that? And then you can like get into conflict with him. I cannot wait to be walking down the street in a tank top as Lucia and have some construction worker be like, hey, nice tits, honey. And I'm like, just like mow him down. It's like, man, I can't ever make it to a mission because I end up getting 2 stars every time I walk down the street. I can't not knife this guy.
Can you? That would be so amazing.
I can't wait.
Because the thing is, I think we are gonna have the dialogue system from Red Dead 2 back. So that's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be a lot. Obviously, NPCs is gonna be a lot more interactive. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The thing is, you bump into people in GTA now, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, hey, watch it. I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Fuck you, cheesy vaginas." You know.
Yeah, they say that.
They say that sometimes, but now you bump into someone who's gonna, "Hey, baby."
Right.
How's it going?
And they might even like slide a hand on your shoulder or put one around your waist. And it's like quick time event.
Those, huh? You know?
Slap the shit out of it. Oh, God, I can't wait.
That would be great.
Yeah, no,
it's gonna happen.
That's one of the things.
I imagine there's gonna be at least one stranger thing where you kind of stumble upon, like in Red Dead 2, where somebody really tries to come onto you.
Oh, at least one.
I can almost guarantee that's going to happen.
Yeah,
there's going to be like
sure.
a great. She might have a stalker. You never know.
I'm so excited about the thing that you just said. I'm taking a second
to
just soak in that the entire game there keeps being somebody who pops up, like Nick Swardson in Blades of Glory, who's just like, "Hey, what's up, Lucia? You're so beautiful." It's like, all right, we just like keep him at bay until at the end you end up in the trunk of a car 3/4 of the way through the story. And you're like, oh, it was that fucking guy. And it's like, yeah, you could have killed him in Act 2, but you didn't. Now you're in the trunk.
Like if you walk into a store and you're like, you walk into a store, you start buying something, you buy something, and then he walks in through the door, and then later on you just get out from a mission and there he is across the road. Hey, Lucia. Hey, Lucia. That would be amazing.
Right. Or just
that would be
constantly
incredible. Can you imagine?
staring in the distance like the stalker dude that's in GTA Online, just like motionless, like a horror movie character. Oh, God, that sounds amazing.
That would be great. I can almost guarantee it's going to be in the game somewhere.
Yeah, it makes so much sense.
Why would they not? Let Jason have one too. Fuck it.
Would you rather have, if they had to pick one of these things, would you rather have like Baldur's Gate level story that just kind of stretches on for hundreds of hours or something, or invest more in the sandbox of the world and say like, look, the story is fine. It's finite. There's enough of it, but then like go ahead and finish it. And your end game is just going to be like a very explorable, deep, dense world. I feel like I kind of know what you're going to say, but I don't know.
Do you think as I like story a lot?
I know.
I do.
That's why I'm asking you
Red
this.
Dead Redemption 2. I've played that game hundreds of times, and like half of that is just for experiencing the story again because I love it and I love the characters. But the thing is, like in Red Dead 2, a lot of my time is spent. My playthroughs are like 200-300 hours long each time because I like going around and finding stuff. I like exploring. I like stumbling on something or somebody or a situation. That's always really super fun. And the thing is, up until like current year, right? Every time I've played Red Dead Redemption 2, I've found something new.
Right.
And it's amazing.
The spider
and it's
mystery thing?
The spider mystery, that was the whole new thing. What's going on there? That was brand new. I've never seen that before, and I look everywhere.
Right.
Insane. I love it. That's the kind of stuff I really love. It's also one of the reasons it takes me so long to complete like Fallout 4. And I like playing Fallout 4 a lot. A lot. I really love it. I've got it on pretty much everything. Xbox, PlayStation, my Switch too, and my PC. I love that fucking game.
Right.
So much. But I go around just exploring everything, looking behind every door, reading all of the posters in all of the different places. It's great. I want exploration. I want a bunch of stuff.
You'd rather have a shorter
That's what I
game
want.
story-wise if you have to sacrifice that.
I would. Yeah. If we're counting like all of the random events that would happen as well.
Right.
As part of exploration. Yeah, no, I'd love just I'd take a game of just that. Frankly. Not a GTA game.
Right.
Maybe. But I'd take a game of just that. That's the kind of stuff that I love.
What if they came out and they said Red Dead 2 is getting a DLC and for the story mode, but it does not include any main story missions. We just fucking dumped so much more stuff into the world. Like there's more animals, there's more random events, there's more mysteries to find. We dropped 5 more mysteries in there that's going to take you guys 6 years to figure out. Like whatever. How do you think that would be received? And it's, you know what, I'm going to throw in something that makes it less exciting. It's paid DLC.
Okay.
So it's like $20.
For me, personally, that makes it more exciting because it means they put some time into it.
Right.
But I'll say this. For example, say they do it for Red Dead Redemption 2. Say they do it so that it just advances time by I think it's a couple of years before the epilogue ends and Red Dead Redemption 1 starts. If you could set that sucker right before Red Dead Redemption 1, right on the cusp, you could have a lot of stuff around. You could update the map a lot, and then you could update Red Dead Redemption 2 specifically. Because we know what the 1911 version of we know what the Red Dead 1 map looks like.
Well, they got to
update a bunch of stuff.
And they're going to give you Mexico.
And oh god, yeah. Give me Mexico. Because that'd be amazing. No story mission specifically, but a bunch of stuff to go out and find. people to help, bears to find inside of cabins, all kinds of crap. That's the kind of stuff that I love.
Yeah.
I'd pay 20 for that.
But
for
you're still Jack Marston. There's no missions with Abigail and anything like that. Or sorry, you're John in that case. But yeah, I think that's very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'd take it.
Story DLC for GTA 6. Let's live in a world where they do something like that. I'm gonna give you 3 choices, and you tell me which one of these you prefer. You can only have one. I'm not going to tell you what character they give you, but they are going to give you a new character for this. So maybe you're Cal, maybe you're some other guy we haven't met yet, whatever. You're not Jason and Lucia. But either way, it will include a map expansion that is not exclusive to the DLC, meaning that you don't have to spend the whole DLC in this map, but you will start the DLC as this character wherever they live in Leonida. You will go to the airport to start your first mission, and it will fly you to a new city. And that's your map expansion. You can fly back and go run around Leonida, but it's going to be the same shit that was in 6. But the new city is your call right now. You get to go to a brand new, updated, modern console, fucking ray traced. We're even going to give you 60 FPS, you sick bitch. You get to go. It's on PC. You get to go relax. You get to go to Liberty City, Las Venturas, or San Fierro.
San Fierro can go out the door. We're not talking about that. I'd love it, but nah. Oh, it's so hard between
Venturas and Liberty City. And I mean...
And a Las Venturas. Can you think about that with the ray tracing and an updated, larger strip?
HD Universe Las Venturas. Never been seen. We're not just updating GTA 4's map.
I'd probably go Venturas.
Yeah?
As much as I love Liberty, right? As much as I love Liberty. Now, if they were doing Liberty and more Liberty, greater Liberty, that'd be great.
Bigger Alderney section or something?
Yeah, give me some green around Alderney.
Put Staten Island back in.
That original concept, they could do that.
Yeah.
But no, I'd want Las Venturas. I really want to see it.
Me too.
Really want to see it.
That's my answer also. Yeah, I am a diehard Las Venturas fan, and I told you about I think I told you about my idea for like if they were to include Las Venturas in GTA 6, like how they could do it.
I don't think so.
All right, I don't want to rant too long because I other things I got to ask you, but I'll tell you this really quick because I can't bring this up enough. If this ends up happening by chance, and I'm the guy who predicted it, I can't escape the opportunity to try to be that guy. So this is my like fully. Now this is very like, wow, Rob, that's very specific. The odds of that happening in this game are low, but bear with me. You know how in RDR2 you have that thing where you like get kidnapped and then you wake up in the thing and you have to like wiggle out and then like escape? Yeah. Okay. So it's like that. At some point in the story, I really don't even care if it's Jason or Lucia, gets knocked out, kidnapped, blackout. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You wake up in the dark, fully dark. You don't know what's around anything, like, blackout. You have got no weapons, whatever. And you just hear this very loud mechanical noise, but you don't know where you are or what's happening. Then you realize by stumbling around that you're in the cargo hold of an airplane. And so you're like, oh shit. And I don't, you assume as you're playing the game, you're over Leonida somewhere. They're flying you to Port Gellhorn or one of the other Calaga, whatever. And you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And you hear them talking in the front. This almost sounds like some Metal Gear Solid shit, but you hear them talking in the front and you're in the back. And for some reason, you're not being watched. Maybe they thought you were going to be knocked out for longer or whatever the drugs they gave you wore off early. You spot a parachute. You grab it. You open the door. They're like, oh shit. They start shooting at you because they realize that you've woken up and you've opened the side door of the plane or whatever. You jump out the back. You don't know if you're over water. You don't know where you are. It's nighttime. You can't see at first anything because you're like halo jump level. There's cloud cover underneath you. You can't see where you are or what you're jumping into, but you just got to get out of this plane or they'll kill you. So you leap out and you start falling. No music, total silence, just the wind. You're going up to the clouds and finally you break through the cloud cover and you're really high up and it's still dark, but there's a little speck of light. And you're like, what the fuck is that? And as you get closer, you realize that's the Las Venturas Strip in the desert.
Mm.
And you have to land there. And you literally land in the strip. And that's like kind of all you get. You don't get a fully explorable Las Venturas. You then get some cutscenes, maybe some interior casino stuff. And then you end up back on a plane and it sends you back to Vice City. So they don't have to model the whole city. They don't even have to do it in daylight to give us like depth and there's no draw distance or anything. But you get the experience of slowly falling into the Las Venturas Strip and those lights becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and surrounding you to where you're eventually standing in the middle of it and you get to look around at all of the lights and all of the glitz and glamour. And then someone on the ground grabs you or whatever and takes you somewhere.
That would be great. That would be amazing. 'Cause, you know, for like a small segment in GTA 6, just to get you out of Leonida for a while.
It could be a fucking dream
That'd
sequence.
be very cool. It could be it could be anything. You know,
It
would
doesn't
be
have
amazing.
to happen. Right.
Oh, I'm so there for that. Look, it could just be the Strip. I'm not too worried about going to see the baseball stadium. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just going to like an updated version of the Strip would be incredible.
With the sphere.
Incredible. And then they could put that in online and everybody but Australia can gamble.
Exactly,
A bunch
dude.
of money.
Yeah, and well, you know what? And with that,
So good.
With that whole thing, I hate that they got that restriction in Australia. But it's also like you guys were kind of pompous about getting everything early for the last few years. So like you're gonna get karma is gonna get you.
You get what you deserve.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been such a pompous ass
You know?
about like, oh wow, it's already Thursday, and you're like, man, whatever, dude. Thursday, but you can't play blackjack, bitch.
They can't even spin the wheel.
Yeah.
At the casino.
Yeah, no
That's
podium
crazy.
vehicle for you. But you know,
A free spin.
credit to
Oh, wow.
TGG, he still tells us what's on the podium every week, even though he can't get it.
Does he?
What a sweet man. Happy Thursday.
Oh, that bless him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. All right, I got a couple more questions for you. I'm not gonna keep you here all goddamn day, although I could and would.
All right.
Let me try to get some hot takes out of you and see what happens. You ready?
Fabulous.
This is gonna be good. Name one universally loved game that you just don't like.
Skyrim.
That was fast.
Yeah, it's always up there. I really don't get it. I don't like it at all. Any of the Elder Scrolls games, not for me.
Why? The details are crazy.
I know, but I'm not a big fantasy guy. There's like I would also say Baldur's Gate 3. It's not for me. I tried it, gave it a go, not for me.
Is there a fantasy game that you have liked that kind of breaks that rule? That you're like, you know what? In that one game, I'll smash some orcs in. I have my answer already.
The only thing close to that I would think would be God of War, but that's not even that close.
Yeah, that's kind of a separate thing. That's not really
Yeah.
yeah, that's like borderline. That's not classic fantasy. Mine is.
Let me have a look through my Steam library. Yeah.
Mine is Diablo 2. Back in the
Diablo.
day.
See, I couldn't do the Diablos anyway either.
Yeah, that's the only
I'd give
one
it
I
a
ever
crack.
liked. And it's only because when I was growing up, I had a friend down the street whose dad played Diablo 1, and we would play it together on one PC, and he would make us put our fingers on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys. And when we saw the health and the mana go down, we had to spam the button to like refill his health and mana. And so I had like a fun, you know what I mean? Like it was because of that experience. And then later they put out Diablo 2, and I played quite a bit of that myself just because I was like nostalgic for playing that first game with my buddy. But But yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't really fuck with Lord of the Rings. I don't really.
No, I don't either.
I
That's
can't
not for
believe
me.
I like Game of Thrones. I can't believe I like it. You don't like Game of Thrones either?
That is surprising. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. No, it didn't interest me that much.
That's wild because I think people would hear your voice and imagine that you're just like trying to live in that world. You sound like you voice a fictional character in Game of Thrones.
I could do it. I'd go on the show. I just wouldn't watch it.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Okay. What's an underrated game that everybody should play that gets too much hate?
Too much hate.
Or like generally people are like,
dear.
ugh, yeah, that game sucks. And you're like, it's actually great.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Saints Row 4.
Okay.
The one with the aliens.
Okay. The one that everyone says is over the top.
The one that everybody says is over the top. They went too far. The one that killed the franchise.
Right. What's your defense of this game?
I actually really love this game. I'm not gonna lie. Look, it's not great for driving around it because you got superpowers and you want to fly around everywhere. But that game is in a way kind of a love letter to the Saints Row franchise as a whole. It has characters from Saints Row 1, 2, and 3 all come back. Keith David does 2 roles. One as himself, one as Julius.
Hell yeah.
It's just wonderful. It's you get to go back to see. You go back to Stillwater, like a section of Stillwater. You go back to the very first church from the first game. Kind of like we were talking about if we went to Las Venturas. It's like, well, you get to go back to the first game and just walk around the street and have a look and fight a bunch of guys from the old game. It's a lot of fun. I think people take it too seriously. Or take the series a little too seriously. You can have fun with Saints Row 4. I really love that game.
What is a gaming opinion or an idea that you have about the gaming industry or games in general that gets you into arguments with people? That like when you say it or if you ever mention it, it's kind of controversial and people are like, again, Glack with this shit.
I don't know. I really don't know. Sometimes I'm like, well, anytime a company is making enough money and you know, everybody's making more money than they could ever spend up at the top. And they're like, could do with some more. You know, that kind of annoys me, like PlayStation with discs.
Sure.
They're not releasing the real numbers of how many people are buying discs.
Yeah.
And they've already started shutting down factories and stuff. And they said, yeah, no, we understand you all don't want this to happen. Shame in it. You know?
I put a...
Now you get to pay us the whole amount all the time. And a 10-year-old game is still going to cost $50, $60.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. And I'll say this too, because I've been on the other side of this argument a few times. And I've thought about it a lot. This is my take, my updated take on the physical situation. And I feel this way about films too. I really do. Because I think music has this kind of figured out. Music's been digital for a long time. Like music has moved over to, I mean, iTunes was doing pretty good like 20 years ago. And so music's, and ever since kind of Napster really broke the digital music business into the economy, it's been a thing. Here's where I am with that. I don't think it is a terrible idea to have limited printing for all media. And I'm okay with limited printing and saying, look, we're only ever going to make 100 discs of this game or movie or whatever. Or 100 is not enough, but you know what I mean? Like 5,000, whatever. And look, if you want it, you can get it and it's out there and only so many people are going to be able to scoop it up. And you know what? As another thing for the preservation of art and media, every 10 years, we'll make another 1,000 copies. And you can go buy it on disc if you didn't get the first run or whatever. I think that would be great for music, film, gaming, all of it. I was kind of on the look, business is business and fucking it has gone digital, a lot of these platforms. And so it's like, I get the financial choice to push everyone the rest of the way over the edge and just say, look, we're just going to move the business over to this way of doing it. But you know who really got me to move my thoughts on this just that little bit, to say, like, can't we make a few fucking discs? Not just for the fanboys who are like, I want a fucking disc. Like, okay, but here's why. I watched a video made by Alana Pierce, the journalist and video game actress, and she's I met her recently, actually, out here in LA. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and total coincidence. We met at the Absurd Ventures thing.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, at the Improv. And so she made a video that pointed out the only person I've seen make this argument in the whole physical digital debate that's happened over the last month. One person who I brought up something I had never heard, and she got me in my artistry, man. She was like, what sucks is that there are people who worked really hard to make this stuff, who, if they decide to pull the license, for example, it's one thing to buy a game as a consumer and give them $60, $80, $100 for a game. And then later they do something like pull a license and now you can't get it, or they change it or whatever. And now it's gone. That is not pro-consumer and does suck. But I can almost accept that a little easier as a way that fucking business sucks and things happen. What I hate is that I would make, for example, Vinewood Public Access, and then I would do something like have kids, and my kids grow up, and they're like, oh man, I love GTA. And I'm like, your dad actually made a GTA radio station. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, unfortunately the hard drive's gone and YouTube took it down, so I have no way of showing it to you. If it were on physical media, I would be able to preserve that and show people later my hard work. And the people who make these games spend hours and years of their life, blood, sweat, and tears. They literally miss their kids growing up because they're over here making this piece of art. And then later, if there is no physical copy of that art and someone decides that they can't have it anymore, how do they show it to people? Anyone, not just kids, but like their friends, their family. Hey, I'm really proud of this painting I drew, but it doesn't exist anymore unless I find the saved screenshot. Like, that sucks, dude. You should be able to have a print of your own work. That's so important. And so a limited run of all media should just always exist if solely for the sake of preservation. Your thoughts?
I agree. I absolutely agree. I mean, I would even enjoy a service later on, because there's, give it another 10, 20 years, we'll probably be fully digital by then, completely. Look, if I had to pay 150, 200 quid to get a print of any video game that I wanted made from the IP holder, I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it. And if I got to select the version of the game as well, that would be if I wanted the 1.0 version, if I wanted the updated version.
Yeah.
All on the disc. Yeah. That would be amazing. And I would pay money for that.
Yeah.
It's such a shame because I love physical media.
Right.
I've got a lot of game. Every Grand Theft Auto I've got on disc.
Yeah.
4 and complete edition of 4. I've got it all on the disc, and I have an Xbox 360 and I can pop that in.
Right.
Anytime I want. I could put it in the Xbox One, which I've got it right here. I could just play that shit at any time.
Right.
Anytime. And the best part is that for the complete edition, here's one thing that I always loved to do as a kid, and I still do it now sometimes if I'm bored. I'll go into GTA Ballad of Gay Tony.
The best.
And on the best one. And on the Xbox 360, if you get rid of all of the update data, and you play purely what's on the disc, you can fly around in your parachute infinitely by just tapping the bumpers. That is a very old thing. And you can just fly around the map and have a load of fun, and it didn't hurt anyone, and it's not in the current version of the game. But I can do that. I can have fun with that weird 1.0 version of Ballad of a Gay Tony and have a great time. With all of the original music that was in the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're not. GTA 6 is going to be the first game that we're not going to be able to do that in.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to play the 1.0 version of that game because when it comes to PC, it's already going to have been updated quite a bit.
Right.
So unless somebody downloads it, keeps it on their console and doesn't connect that stuff to the internet at all for the next 20 years, we're not going to have a 1.0 version of that game, which kind of stinks.
I agree.
You know? And it's all about ownership, really.
Yeah.
You know, you think a lot of these games don't even come on the disc.
Right.
And a lot of them could go on there. You can have Blu-rays that go up to like 100, 120 gig. Big Blu-rays now you can have. Or you could put it on 2 discs. You know?
Man, when they were on PlayStation
I'm pretty sure the newer
1,
God of Wars do.
When we used to play on PlayStation 1, some games were like, dude, Final Fantasy was like 4 discs. Like, you just had to keep popping new ones in.
On the 360. That was like 4 discs.
Was it? Yeah.
It really was. It gave 4 discs in one box. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And they sold that for what, £50, I think, back then?
Yeah, it would have been
it was
50
pretty
or
good.
60, yeah. Yeah,
it was like that was the time.
I think that, and people are saying as well, like print on demand at the very least, like
print on demand would be amazing.
Just, and you know
really
what? You
would.
want to hike the price a little bit because you got to keep that factory open or keep that contract or whatever. Great. You'll make,
fine.
yeah, we'll all, people will get their digital versions. That'll cover most of your cost. And then when you need to print the disc, you make us pay for the cost to print it, but make it an option. And another thing that I think Jake Baldino said this really well from Game Rinks. He was like, the thing that makes video games very different from music and television, which has gone through the same, process and arguably earlier than video games did.
Yeah.
The video game audience is kind of primed to want options. We want choices. That's why on every screen, basically, for like 50 years of video games, it's a little bit less now, but it's still there somewhere. But on the actual boot up screen of most video games for decades, what does it say? Start and options. We are primed to want to click on that thing and make it what we want to make it, to tweak it the way we want. Oh, I want the brightness up. I want the contrast down. I want a fast scroll, a slow scroll. I want hard difficulty, easy difficulty. Like, we want to make choices on how we play the game. And that's not how movies work. You don't go in the movie and adjust. You can change your TV settings, but it's not like when you put the DVD menu in, it had anything other than like bonus features. And if you want to change it to surround sound, there's no other choices. Like, there's no other like, oh, I want to tweak this movie to be like high contrast or low contrast or high brightness or low. Like, a movie's a movie, and you should watch it the way the movie maker kind of made it. But video games aren't like that, and they just haven't been. And maybe that's just, the nature of how things have developed, but they were made by gamers originally. Video games were made by people who liked video games and were going to play them themselves for the longest time. And that's what people want. They want that option. And so I'm very pro the option. I also understand the business choice to limit production, but give people a fucking choice, man. It's really not that bad.
I really feel like if they had a factory and a server full of the game files, it would not be that hard to just hook it up to a computer, hook the thing up to the server and just go, okay, we need one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. It would be great. I don't need the super nice art for every disc. I just want a copy of it, man. I just want a copy of my game.
Right.
That I can own and pop it in something or pop it in my friend's something,
And we all should have the choice to pop it in our friends if we want.
We all should have the choice. Every friend should just, every friend's got a slot for a disc.
Right.
It's in the back.
And if we want to slide in that slot, that's up to us, the players.
Exactly.
We want to play with
the choice, and so should they.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we talk to each other and we get each other's consent, I don't think that some suit at some corporation is over here trying to tell me that I can't play with my friend, that I can't pop in their slot, dude. This is completely ridiculous. I don't care how much money you need.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Unbelievable. it was something that was very hot.
Yeah. Video games.
All I know is that I'm at half mast.
Right. On your ship.
Exactly.
Very good. If you could permanently erase one gaming trend that has occurred in the last 20 years, what would you get rid of? Anything. It could be that forced dialogue.
Services.
Live services in general, so no GTA Online at all?
Live services. I would personally get a lot more time out of DLC. But that's just me. I enjoy. That's not to say that I haven't enjoyed live service games. I was an Apex Legends player for many, many years after it got terrible.
Right.
And I've played my fair share of online, but I personally prefer story DLC.
Yeah, I think I agree
and
with you.
And paid DLC.
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually really think, honestly, if I could go back and flip a switch because it was up to me and make GTA Online a paid game, I think I would. Like paid differently to where like the DLCs cost money and the shark cards just aren't a thing, and you just like
more like an MMO with add-ons. That you buy add-ons for that sucker. Yeah, that's what I would like.
And the discourse around it would be different. Instead of being like, I can't believe the fucking mansion is 12 million or 15 million to start this court center heist, it would instead be the conversation that we have around like The Sims 4, where they're like, if you want to own this whole game, it's like $1,200 technically. It's like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Terrible.
I'm okay with
the worst part is The Sims 4 is fantastic with all the DLCs. It is the best way to play the game, but it's over £1,000.
Yeah.
Over £2,000.
City Skylines is the same way.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not
I enjoyed
quite
City
as
Skylines. I did not look at the DLC.
It's not quite as expensive. I play it on Xbox through Game Pass. Originally, I think it's still on Game Pass, but I wanted the DLCs and they're not included in Game Pass, so you got to pay for those. We talked about that a little bit. I think on the last one specifically, that they do a thing which I'm not mad about, which is they sell creator content as DLC and then they cut the creator in on it. So like the creator gets a piece of the map pack that they designed that they put on the proper store. And that's something I think we might see in the RP server world of GTA Online 2. Vinewood Public Access could be a $5 DLC for your, you know what I mean? For the radio.
That'd be pretty good.
And
that'd be pretty good.
There's purchasable radio DLC for City Skylines. You update the radio for like $3-5. And I think the other benefit of that too is if you play, for example, The Sims 4, and I own a lot.
I do.
I've played that game a lot, and I own a lot of DLC on Xbox, and I don't own it all, but I own a lot. I don't even want to know how much I've spent over the years. First of all, I didn't buy it all at the same time. So I waited for sales. I added on things slowly, but I'll say this. As I play that game today, which I haven't played it probably in like a year or so, but when I do kick it on now, and I think you can do this on console. You can definitely do it on PC. Playing with every single DLC turned on is a little overwhelming. Like there's a lot to do. And it's a bit like if you open the interaction menu with another NPC and it's like, and each of those goes out to another menu and another. I'm like, okay, but it's too much. I want a simpler experience a little bit.
Got like 4 pages of more choices, and stuff you've never heard of before.
And I think that one of the things that's great about that is like in this day and age, for example, if I could go back to GTA Online and all the DLCs weren't free and you had to buy each one of them for a few dollars, it would change the way that I approached it based on what I know now. Like if I bought it on a new console or if I just watch YouTube videos about how it works, dude, I probably wouldn't buy the biker DLC. I don't care about all those businesses. And I'm not a big like motorcycle dude. Like I don't need that. But I would buy After Hours because I want the nightclubs and Tony Prince. I would buy certain things. Like I would make choices. I wouldn't spend $1,000 to buy every single piece of it. I would decide on the ones that I thought were worth it. But, you know, I see the value in both versions, honestly. But I think I'm with you. I prefer a DLC over like a live service.
Well, because I've seen many years of Rockstar's live service, and I've seen 2 of their DLCs. I wasn't huge on the Lost and Damned, but I enjoyed it. But Gay Tony was just it was everything to me.
Maybe the best GTA game of all time.
It was the perfect version of Grand Theft Auto 4.
I agree.
It's GTA 4 with parachutes, sticky bombs, and a tank.
Yep.
What more do you want?
Yeah, and more
it's
gold.
Fantastic. So good. Way more gold. Plus, it has Yusuf, so I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's like unbeatable.
Based on that, yeah, absolutely. Plus, Undead Nightmare, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, Undead Nightmare is very good. Very, very good. Okay. I got just a few more questions. Here's the last 2, and then we're going to do the lightning round that I've been doing with everybody. So we'll see about that.
Oh, yeah, fabulous, yeah.
Let's go with top 3 villains of gaming. Any game. Top 3 villains of all time. You had no time to think about this, so you don't have to be perfect.
Okay, well, I mean, oh, geez. Top 3 villains. And now let me peek through my Steam library. Oh, good
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Anybody pop out just like right away that you're like, man, that dude scared the shit out of me?
No, I'm not scared the shit out of me, and this might be a technicality, but Big Smoke.
Yeah.
That whole thing coming around.
Great
that was
choice.
Great.
They don't have to be GTA. It could be all anywhere.
Oh, I know. I
Big Smoke
can't
is
think
a
of
good
anything
pull.
else. You know? I enjoyed the antagonist of Max Payne 3. I like that story.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't like that story. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. I won't spoil it, but that was good. And yeah, I can't think of a third one. I really can't.
I tried to go even farther back because one, I've asked this of several people. Far Cry villains get a lot of love.
I was going to say Vast, but I thought I'm not super into Far Cry, so
yeah,
I enjoyed that.
You know, this is a weird pull because it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and he was almost impossible to beat. Was Goro from Mortal Kombat, the guy with the 4 arms?
Yeah.
Like in Mortal Kombat, like 2, like in the Sega Genesis days, that dude was like impossible to beat. It was and he was so big and scary, and the 4 arms would all pick you up at the same time and smash you into the ground. Dude. I'm putting that on my list. Goro from Mortal Kombat.
I've got my
terrifying.
third.
Okay, let's go.
How could I forget GLaDOS from the Portal series? I mean,
that is
she's
a great
wonderful.
Pull. Yes.
She's my favorite. She's my number 1.
Okay.
Absolute all time. Love her.
That's a really good one. I love that.
She's great.
You know what I was just thinking also would be a good one on the list is, do you ever play Knights of the Old Republic? I don't know if you're a Star Wars guy.
Oh, yeah.
In the spoiler alert, everybody. But in the first one, I think. Yeah, it's the first one. At the end, you're the villain. That's the big reveal at the end of the game is like the whole fucking game you've been chasing this guy that you just like can't figure out where he is or who he is or whatever. And at the very end, it's like, it's you. It's like, fuck, that was so...
It's a banger.
Oh, that was so cool. That was so dope. Darth Revan, I think, maybe is the character that you end up being. But man, I loved that. That was one of my favorites.
It's brilliant.
We've talked about the idea that happens with GTA 6, where it's like, at the end, they're both the villain. Because I was like, if we're really going Bonnie and Clyde, do you know who the villain is in the story of Bonnie and Clyde? Fucking Bonnie and Clyde.
Those 2, right?
Yeah. Like, they murdered a bunch of people and stole a bunch of shit. Like, we like to make protagonists out of the criminals over here in GTA land, but they were terrible. They're not good people. Okay. Lightning round. Let's go. So
Okay.
rules for this are, I'm going to give you a this or that. You just have to pick one, and you get no explanation. You cannot back it up. We can talk about it after if you really have one that you need to dive into. But
Okay.
you have to answer as fast as you can. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready. I'm so prepared. Let's go.
All right. First person or third person?
Third person.
Watch Dogs or Cyberpunk?
Watch Dogs.
This is easy. Skyrim or The Witcher?
The Witcher. Although both suck. I'm joking.
GTA 4 or GTA 5?
4.
Yeah, easy.
All day.
I knew that would happen. Open world or linear gameplay?
Open world. I mean, come on.
Controller or keyboard and mouse?
Controller, third person, anything else keyboard.
No, it's too much information. Physical or digital?
Fine, keyboard. Physical.
Single player or multiplayer?
Single player.
Surprised at the hesitation there. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Mods or vanilla gameplay?
Mods all day. All day.
Gross. First person or third person? Oh, wait, I already did that. Sorry.
We did this.
Yeah,
third
I did it.
person.
That's my bad. I have it twice on my list because I'm a jackass. Character creator or predefined protagonist?
Can we not have both? I mean,
No, you can't. You have to pick one, and you have to do it faster than this.
Character creator.
There you go. Fast travel or no fast travel?
I want to say no fast travel.
Good man. Romance options in games or skip it altogether?
Don't need to hear the other one. Romance. Easy. Need it.
Shut your
Done.
damn mouth. Very good. Those are good answers. I feel like I was not surprised very many times. I was, if anything, surprised at your hesitation on some of them. But I was like, I think if all people I've asked these of, I feel like I could answer your answers better than other people. I was surprised by your keyboard choice. Okay. This is the one big question that I'm trying to ask everybody on the tail end. You ready?
Okay.
Imagine, if you will, it's November 2027. GTA 6 has been out for 1 year. You're looking back. What do you think people are going to remember most about this game?
I think it's going to be the time spent waiting for it and speculating and hanging out with everybody on the internet.
Wow.
I
More
think
than the game
more
itself?
The community than the game itself. Yeah.
What makes you feel that way?
Because that's the way I'm going to feel.
You're going to remember that more than
I know that for a fact.
your midnight Las Venturas Halo jump?
I am already nostalgic for the time we've spent waiting for this game and talking about this game. I really think it's going to be just, wow, look how right we were about how good this game was going to be. Wasn't that a fun time?
I think you're right, honestly, about that. And I think one of the things that will get overlooked is how much we were able to build something, all of us. And I don't just mean like channels on YouTube, but I mean like this community and the way that it's allowed us to interact with each other. And even just you and I mean, you and I both were like fans of each other's work before we became like friends or collaborators or anything like that. I found your shit and I was like, this is dope. You found my shit and you're like, this is amazing. And we both just came together in the appreciation of what this game is and the fact that we both have grown up on it. And we've also built these communities around our work that even if the game, you know, took longer to exist, we would all still keep meeting up and keep talking and hanging out and playing games together. And man, before we were waiting, here's how I'll put it. Before we were waiting for this game, I did not have this in my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You relate to that?
Of course I do. Absolutely. Grand Theft Auto 4 was the game that launched this channel and made it what it is. And everybody who loves GTA coming in, and now I have people to talk to about that kind of stuff because my friends aren't super into GTA.
Same.
I think they're going to play GTA 6 just to try it for the crack, but it's just I don't have anyone to talk about this game with, So that's kind of one of the reasons I make videos, and it's just a very good outlet for me. Even though I haven't made a video in way over a month, But I relate to that big time. I love this community and everybody in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. All right, we're gonna let you go. I am gonna ask you one slightly difficult question on your way out, if you don't mind.
Fabulous.
This, you're probably not gonna like this, and I'm really sorry, but I feel like I have to ask
Fabulous.
you. How's From the Ground coming?
We've done Broker, whole area. We've done Bohan. We've done Alderney. No, we've done Algonquin. I'm still doing Alderney. Because I want to do it's not part of Liberty, but it's just kind of here. People think it is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of I'm kind of right at the arse end of it now. But it's at the same time I've kind of been doing all of the stuff that I need to do for recording. Like recording all of the visuals for the damn thing. It's been very difficult to write and to kind of figure out what I'm able to do.
Yeah.
In the game as I'm writing it. So I got the script on this screen over here. I've got the game here, and I'm kind of going, is that going to work? Let me see. Do we have animations for that? No. Can I download animations for that? Yes. All that kind of stuff. And it's terribly difficult, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done. I thought it would be out well over a year ago. But, it's still coming. And you'll have some voice lines, some scripts soon, hopefully, Ron.
Hell yeah.
As will quite a few other creators, may I say. There's going to be kind of a love letter to everybody. So as well as GTA as a series.
You fucking
so we're gonna have a bunch of people in it. Yeah. Stolen. I've got everybody.
Hey, you got to do it. No, I'm very excited to see it and hear it and be a part of it. It is one of my favorite things. It definitely feels like the radio and this documentary have so much in common. And I got to say this, dude. We could just be making videos every week over gameplay footage, speculating about GTA 6 and doing what every other creator seems to spend their time and probably make more money, man. But we got to do these pain in the ass, come up with stuff and write scripts and film in-game content bullshit that you and I insist on making our thing. But we are who we are, as Popeye says.
Yeah. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. I've got a few in-universe things in the works. Just kind of, as I take a break from one, I start writing another.
Right.
And a bunch of stuff coming out this year, but not right now.
Do you think we'll see real
But
talk?
before GTA 6.
Okay, that's my question.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, no, it will be out before GTA 6. That I can guarantee.
Fantastic.
It's not going to take that long.
I appreciate it, dude. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on the show again. You're always welcome. If you have, any huge things that you want to ever announce or talk about or whatever, I hope this will be one of your stops. And, dude, we look forward to everything that you make. I think that anyone who's watching this knows the endless respect that I have for the work that you put together. It is not something that you hack out and produce at volume because you can. It is something that you are deeply thoughtful about. And I have to say, man, I think you make some of the most loyal to the franchise in-game content that exists out there. No one else is making stuff that looks like it belongs in the game as much as you. So can't
Thank
wait.
you. I appreciate that.
Of course. And I say that as...
Oh, man, I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah, of course. Every time, anytime. You have a birth announcement or gender reveal or you get engaged or something, you let us know. If you need to...
I might reveal my gender soon.
That would be great because Captain doesn't really tell us what we need to know.
I know. Not really a pronoun, is it?
No, it isn't at all. All right. We'll see you soon, buddy. Thank you again so much for being here, and take it easy. Stay cool.
Yeah, take it sleazy.
Yeah, every time.
It's gonna be a hot one, man.
Ugh.
Thanks.
Get out of here. Captain Glack, everybody. We know him. We love him. Go subscribe to all of his shit if you're not already. You've got your links down in the description for both his channel and also the other chat that he and I had if you want to know a little bit more on how he took himself from, his humble beginnings. It's a very Oliver Twist situation, I think is the best way to put it. I really do appreciate him being here. And again, really a solid content creator in the world of not taking the easy way out. And you've heard me before. I don't even have any hate for those who take the super easy way out. I don't even have any hate for Mr. Boss for the win, dude. Make your bag. Go get your money. And if those of you who aren't paying attention, YouTube is getting even harder in February to make any money off of. Shorts creators have the hard end of the stick, but if you're not already monetized for long form videos on YouTube and you want to be, it's going to be damn near impossible to do that in February because they're doubling the amount of hours you need to get into that. So thank you guys all for joining us. We will be back next week on Wednesday for Wasted Wednesday. We might finish Vice City Stories next week. Sunday of this week, we will be doing our heist replay. Me and Worst by Far, Yangy Young, and the always thick and juicy Blind Fury will be completing our complete playthrough of the OG heists from GTA Online. We've got 2 left. We got to do the Series A funding and the Pacific Standard, so we will pick that up on Sunday. Then we'll be back for Wasted Wednesday. And then next Friday, we will have another creator on for another wonderful chat, just like this one that you were all here for. Thank you very much for joining us. I do want to shout out the donos that we got really quick before we leave, because I wasn't able to do that while we were chatting. But over here for Mr. Slazanger, throwing us a 5 from good old Canada, and Adovius with a 279 from Canada as well. Was really trying to donate to get us to 50 likes. It looks like we got to 43. So if you didn't drop a like on the stream while you were watching, do it before you leave. Help me out. It would mean a lot. And of course, Spizike Spigel with the Spizike Speed Gel with the 5. So thank you very much for that. Keeping the lights on up in this bitch. Even, man, Spizike's already given us monthly money. He's over here dropping live chat donos. It's crazy. We're going to have our hype tally dono system set up soon, which I hope you'll contribute to, as it allows us creators to keep a little bit more of our chunks of change. That's created by the great Debug Cannon Phelps, who does our overlays and different things like that. He is truly a champion and is helping me out with a couple of other projects, which we'll be announcing soon. Merch is on the way. If you have not already checked out our latest channel update from earlier this week, please go give that a watch. If you want to know where we're at with the channel, we got some new stuff and some big changes coming to VPA very soon. And if you want to know what's going on with that, that video is for you. It is at the top of the list for members only. $1.99 to become a member of the channel and help us keep afloat over here on Vinewood Public Access. As Ricky will tell you, public radio is so important. Be a part of the solution. And oh, wrong one. I meant to do this. I was trying to swap it out for Tordai over here because he was complaining. Here we go. Look, there you go, buddy. Boom. We're going to get dark right out here. I want that VPA coffee mug. We're going to get you one. If you don't already have one, you should get one. I heard there was an issue with the link for the coffee mug. It should be on sale now, but I will work on that. And we'll make sure that that's a part of the new merch drop. One of the things that you will also find in the description of that channel update video is our mailing list. We are sending out some merch in the next, by the end of the month. Some free merch, totally free. With some, oh look, I got some of them right here. These cute little VPA stickers. You can see right through them. I can't promise that'll be a feature of the sticker once you get it. But it will be out very soon. I appreciate all of you being here. Drop a like on the stream before you go. And really quick to all of our big fans who have been here, if you're still here, thank you very much. Spizike Spiegel, Mr. Slizanger, the one and only Romanian Hot Boy, Tordai, Blind Fury, Adovius, Urban Shogun, Ben Ashton, T-Bert, Vice on Wheels. I saw your comment, by the way, about Schedule 1 in the wheelchair. That shit was hilarious. You're very funny. Worst by far, the man, the myth, the legend, Lady Joker Asylum. Always nice to have some ladies. Big Kicker. Love you, buddy. We got Call Stigastar. I never know totally how to say it, but me and MCT call you Cal, so that's what it is. Yangy Young, OK Newman, Carlton, Tin Cam, can only do so much. I like the logo, by the way. Looks like you updated that fairly recently. Upper Robin, Big Moses over on the East Coast is Daniel TB, Stomar, Poxy Bear, Just Rider 411, Kirk Sutherland, Manvendra. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but what up in Dubai? Duke Bradford and Scooby Dooby Doo. Thank you all for being top fans of the show. Jimmy Thimble. Can't load the stream really because I'm off the coast of Greenland running off satellite internet. Jesus, working hard to be a part of the crew. Jimmy Thimble. Cat and Flannel. We love you, buddy. You guys enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Sunday for the heist playthrough. And if I have any other updates, you know you'll get them quick, fast, and in a hurry. Take it easy. One love. Do I have the right outro queued up? Probably not. Oh, wait. There it is. There we go. Peace be with you, hot boys. Stay cool out there.
You got your napkins or something.
What's up, everybody? It's Rob Morris from Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Head over to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Go to Vinewood Public Access and click subscribe on YouTube. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
You're watching Vinewood Public Access.
Davey. I'm Rob Morris, and this is the real Hove Beach in Broker in the real Vice City. This is the real Los Santos.